Hi everyone, I'm Bagadon at Stock Market Caddy, and today is August 23rd, at 1:09, and we are the founders of StockMarketCaddy.com. And please know that we are not from Wall Street, and StockMarketCaddy.com has been around before Twitter. Imagine that, before YouTube. We've been around a while, and but we don't advertise, strictly word of mouth. My wife and I had careers not in Wall Street. I taught surgeons how to do surgery for 25 years. Susan worked for such fine companies as IBM and Lotus Software. We trade futures, we trade stocks and options. We do so algorithmically, mechanically, so that we can measure and manage our risk. You're looking at a chart called or a 5-minute chart, by the way, on AMC. Now, we're asked all the time, because we do so much with futures, can you use these tools, Don, on a stock to trade options? Yes, and just to trade shares as well, any stock. This particular strategy that you're looking at on AMC is what we call the opening tee shot strategy, or you might know it as the opening range strategy. And in this strategy, what it does, and the strategy isn't new, but how we go about it is rather unique, is we ask the computer to go back in time and tell us on a 5-minute basis how many bars, how many 5-minute segments into the first hour of trading should we pay attention to the high and the low to establish the opening range. What is that range? And please mark it as such, and that's what you're seeing here. So when we look at today, let me bring this into view. This was the high range, this was the low range established within, let's see if we see this setting, 18 5-minute segments, so almost an hour. That's what the machine is telling us we should do if we're going to trade this particular strategy on AMC. And if it breaks above that range, it will go long. If it breaks below the bottom range, it will go short. And we even mark the mid-range, and you have some capacity as a member, because all of these tools sit on our members desktop. You could use the mid-range as an exit, and there's a lot of other versatility. We're not doing that here today. We do have a profit target, and the stop is simply if it was to take out the bottom range. So what has this done? It trades. You can set this to trade X number of times during the course of a day. This is set to trade just once. So let's look at the performance report. Bear with me. And we're going to come here. It had one trade today, and it made on 1,000 shares $180. This is a weekly view. Now, last week, the most trades it would have in a week would be 5. It had 3, and it lost 140. Week before that, it had 5, made 220. So it has a pretty good performance, a profit factor of 2.70, 4.5 on the short side, 1.80 on the long side. Now, if you don't want to short AMC, you don't have to short it. If you do, you could use, I would recommend using or suggest using options. What is a profit factor? A profit factor is how we keep score. It means that for every dollar the strategy is lost, it's making, or losing, it's making $2.70. That's when a strategy becomes a money-making machine. So this is AMC trading on a 5-minute interval on this particular strategy that we call SMC, opening T-ball or opening range. However, you could also trade AMC on an entirely different view. This is called the swing machine for stocks and ETFs on a 1-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute, and a matching chart down below. Beautiful setup. If you had traded 1,000 shares today at 11.52 and bought it at 36.40 on a 1-minute interval, you'd be up $562. If you had bought 1,000 shares on the 20th at 12:36 p.m. at 33.17, you'd be up 3,800, and you see the 5-minute. We are versatile. We are diversified. Not in the traditional way of viewing that. We are diversified. We are, well, just that, lack of a better word, diversified in what we trade. That's how we diversify our risk. If you like this approach to trading in the markets, and you would like to know how to get these tools and more on your desktop, feel free to give me a call at 813-758-8263. By the way, we heard from one of our members that traded today the opening range on the ES contract, and it paid $950 this morning. One trade. Good luck, everybody.